Hey guys, it's Echo, and today I will be doing a tier list on Genshin characters. This tier list will be just my general thoughts on characters, how I like their personality and like playing them. It's always fun to just give opinions, So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get right into it. So Albedo, I think Albedo's pretty neat. I wasn't playing when his whole big event was happening in 1 point whatever. The event that probably should have been his story quest. That was probably way more interesting than his story quest. That's just such an unfortunate thing. I can always go look at the cutscenes on YouTube or whatever, but I'll never be able to play that event again. Genshin, why don't you do this Honkai Star Rail thing and bring it back? I need my Cinnabar Spindle. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put him in... Let's go ahead and put him in pretty neat. He's pretty easy to build too, so... Aloy... I don't have Aloy, so I really have no opinions on this. I haven't even played Horizon, so I'm just gonna put not in my Teyvat because I don't have her. Amber, Amber's kind of just there for me. Someone's got to be just there, She's like the first character you meet up with, and I mean she's pretty, nice, adorable, but she's just kind of there for me. Ayaka, Ayaka was my first limited 5-star, and I honestly don't understand all this mischaracterization for her. She's not crazy obsessed with the Traveler. It's just her first friend that she's been able to make, and she's fun to play. You don't really need any constellations for her to be good. She's pretty solid, and I just find myself quoting her all the time. So I'd say I'd put her, let's see, she's not a cover girl. We gotta get that right. She is pretty neat. Beidou was one of my first 4 stars. It's a tie between her and Bennett for my first 4-star. I got them both in the same 10 pull. And I just love Beidou. She's a drunk pirate captain who's badass. She can hold a sword, I liked her hangout. I actually did hers. I need to finish all the hangouts, but I finished hers, and she's pretty cool. I'd put her in easy breeze, beautiful cover girl. She's hot, but she's not empty head. So, Barbara. Barbara's kind of just there for me too. I had a healer before her, so I didn't really use her that much, and then I was building her, but then I got Kokomi, so then I didn't need to build her. So she's kind of just there for me. Baizhu, I think Baiju's kind of cool, but also he is kind of just there for me. No hate against Baizhu or anything, but actually, you know what? No. We're gonna put him in Haha Funny because he coughs when he sprints, and that shit killed me when I first heard it. I just wasn't expecting it. I will probably build him eventually because I also really like Chang Shang. So, Bennett, Benny Boy, the man, the myth, the legend. I really love him. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's funny as shit that he gets and all these unfortunate events. and he all takes it with a smile, a chin, you know, like, he's just, actually, you know what, no, he isn't haha funny, but I also think he's just a cinnamon roll, you know? He's so wholesome. We need wholesome characters. Candace. Candace's design is probably one of my favorites. Especially like her headpiece, it's so extra, I love it. I haven't played her really, because I just haven't really had a need to. Maybe one day I'll build her, but I do think it's really neat how she has like her shield and her polearm. And I don't want to, she is hot. I wouldn't put her in head empty though, because she doesn't have an empty head. I don't know where I would put her. You know, she's like the mom of the group, so I'd put her in case of emergency, because she probably keeps her cool during emergencies. Chanyun. I put him here, but, you know, like, he is kind of just there just because, like, I haven't done his hangout. He's only really been in, like, one event since I started playing. I started playing in, like, 2.7, so, like, right after the Iridori event. I didn't play that event because I thought it had, like, story to it, or, like story relevant stuff, so I didn't want to, like, spoil myself or anything. I mean, I don't think he was in there anyway, but yeah, I just don't know too much about Chanyun. I think, besides like the poetry event, you know, he seems pretty chill, but he is kind of just there for me. Kale. Okay, Kale's a cinnamon roll. We just gotta get that straight. I love how her dialogue, you know, we get to see what she's thinking and stuff, and I can relate with being anxiety and like overthinking everything. I think they really did a good job with her character. And I totally would have leveled her if I didn't get Tainari at the beginning of 3.0. So I already had Dendro character, I didn't really need her at the time. Sino, dude, I love a good pun, play on words, and he's the whole package. Like, he is just so funny to me. I love his jokes so much. And I really enjoyed his character story. I do not have him, so I can't talk about, well, I mean, I've done the trials, and I've used him in any event I can, because I think playing him is just satisfying. Like, maybe you don't hit the highest numbers, but like, it's just so much fun. Like, some characters are just so much fun to play, and he's one of them. Dia, dude, I love Dia. Like, I love her design, I love her attitude, like, she's so great. And I did pull for her on her banner, because I had to. I love her. She's going an easy breezy beautiful cover girl, because damn, she's a cover girl, okay? She does her makeup and everything. I do wish her kit was a little better, but I ain't gonna fault her for that. D-Luke, you know, I think D-Luke is pretty cool. I just also think he kind of suffers from being like one of the first characters. I don't mean that in a very bad way. I just mean that he just, if you know, you know. So I'm gonna put you tried, you know? No more further explanation. Okay, Diona. Okay, I know a lot of people hate Diona. My boyfriend being one of those people. But I think Diona's funny. Like, I don't know, there's just something about her. I like her jokes, her sassiness. I usually don't like characters like that, but I think Diona does it pretty well, you know? Dory, man, I kind of like Dory, but I also don't, because I hate playing her. I got her to level 60 because I was excited for her, but then I really regretted it. Eula, dude, I think Eula's gonna be the first one in Hot but Empty Head, because, like, I think she's funny, but I also don't have her. I did her story quest too, which I thought was pretty great. Like, I love her whole vengeance is mine thing, where, you know, she's that, like, aggressive but compassionate person. Actually, maybe I'm gonna move her to pretty neat, you know? I don't think Hot but Head Empty fits her quite as well. So, yeah, you know, Eula's pretty neat. Farazan, I think Farazan has a pretty unique personality. I haven't done her hangout yet. I do have her C6 and I use her in my Animo team. But I really wish she was in more events. I mean, hopefully soon in the future she'll be in more events. So I wouldn't put her too high. I'd probably just put her as is there. You know, Yanfei, I would have built Yanfei all the way if, like, I didn't already have DPS and stuff before I got her. I think she is kind of fun to play. She's pretty decent. You know, and she's just kind of wholesome and stuff. I also think that in case of an emergency, you know, if we needed a lawyer, she would be pretty great. So, you know, you always gotta be friends with a lawyer, just in case you get yourself into some sticky situations. And I think Yanfei is definitely a good candidate for that. Fischl, you know, Fischl's just, she's fucking funny. Like, there's nothing I love more than some mentally ill girls, okay? Like, she just cracks me up so much. I swear she's like Fiorina 1.0, you know what I mean? Like, she was the base model, and then Fiorina is just gonna, like, knock it out of the park for me. Like, I can't wait for Fiorina. So, since I'm already talking about that, you know, I gotta put Fiorina, like, she's not even out yet, but from what I've seen in the story, like, she just, I don't really have these in any order, but it just feels right to put her, like, at the front of this one, you know? Like, I know her story is gonna be tragic, and it's gonna make me cry, but for now, she's the haha silly Archon, so that's where she's gonna go. Fremine, you know, Fremine just doesn't have any screen time right now, really, but, I'm gonna put him in Is There. Like, I think he's probably a lot of fun to play. I did try him out, and it seemed interesting and new, so he's got that going for him. And Piers, I think the little penguin's name is really cute, so there's that too. Ganyu, you know, I might get a little hate for this one, but I'm also just gonna put Ganyu as in just there, cause, like, you know, I think she's kind of cute, you know, she's got that whole, like, overworked but tired kind of thing. But for me, like, she's just there, you know. I pulled for her, but I wasn't really pulling for her, I was pulling for Kaveh, and that banner I somehow got both the 5 stars before I got even, like, 2 copies of Kaveh. Rest in peace, my Poles. And I just already had Tainari and Ayaka, so I didn't really need to level her up. So yeah, for me, she's kind of just there. I mean, she does really good damage if you level her up, not gonna lie. But I don't know. For me as a character, she's just kind of there. Goro. You know, Goro's a cinnamon roll. He's that happy, like, good boy dog, like, you know, the general that fights for Sangonomiya Kokomi. I don't know, I just find him very endearing. I did his hangout, which is just hilarious. You should do Goro's hangout if you haven't. It kills me. Hu Tao. Okay, Hu Tao is just funny. You know, you gotta put her right next to her new best friend, probably, if they ever meet. Hu Tao just cracks me up. At first, I wasn't, like, really big into Hu Tao, and then I did her character story, and then I did all the events with her in it, and oh my god, she's too funny. I can't. I don't have her, unfortunately, because she keeps running next to other characters that I really want, so there's that. Hopefully next time she will run against a character I don't want, or a character I already have, so I can get her. But yeah, she's definitely in haha funny. You know, Ito's in, I almost want to put him in haha funny, but we gotta have somebody in hot but head empty, right? Because there's nothing going on up there. I mean, my boy ran himself into the wall one time, because he thought it would help, and I mean, granted it did kind of help, but he knocked himself out. Chasm Quest. But yeah, you know, Ito's just that silly, like, head empty hot guy. So let's see, we got Jean next, and Jean's pretty cool, you know. She's also one of those overworked, pretty girls, and I think there is a lot more to her character than just being an overworked person. Her story quest was kind of cool. Not sure where I would put her, you know. I guess she's pretty neat. She's pretty neat. Yeah, I'd put her next to Eula. Kaya's funny. But I think he's more than just funny, you know, like, I think, you know, Kaya could get you out of some sticky situations too, you know, with his smooth talking. So I'm gonna put him in case of emergency. Everybody's favorite cover girl is right here, Kaveh. He's probably the most beautiful character in the game, and I don't know, he's just funny. Kaveh, Destroyer of Worlds. What more do I need to say? He's your easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. So I'm actually gonna put him at the Beto move. Okay. Yeah, I'd put him at the beginning of that, you know. He's not quite S for Slay, but he is a beautiful cover girl. Kazuha is a true animal archon, honestly. Sorry. No, like, I mean, I feel bad for Venti, because, like, I feel like Venti should be what Kazuha is, but, I really enjoy Kazuha's character. I enjoy playing him. Sometimes I don't enjoy playing him because he literally doesn't let me do my rotation. But I guess that's a good problem to have. So, I think Kaveh's gonna be our first S's for Slay, because just all around I really like his character. So, yeah, that's where I'd put Kazuha. Kaching, you know, just another tired, overworked Liyue girl. Yeah, for me, she's just kind of there. I haven't really seen much of her outside the main story, so yeah, I'm just gonna put her there. Kirara, okay, I love Kirara, she's adorable. I enjoyed her in the event that she was in. I pulled for her and did not even get one copy of her, unfortunately. But if I had her, I'd probably build her because I want to run around as a cat. And did you know that there's no cooldown for how many meows you can do in the box form? Okay, that's important information that I learned from Ziox. So you know, I'd put her in pretty neat. Klee, okay. I don't know if I'm gonna put Klee in Haha Funny or Cinnamon Roll. Nah, probably Haha Funny. She's so funny. I love Klee. She's the cute little arsonist. Okay, like, what more do you need to say? So we have Kokomi, the beautiful mermaid, dragon not dragon. You know, I think she's pretty cool. She's pretty neat. She honestly has one of the most pretty designs. I think, like, her color combination is just, like, you know, no, we're gonna put her in easy breezy beautiful cover girl, because, yeah, she's just so pretty. She's, like, the definition of pretty in this game, you know, her and Kaveh, honestly. And she is very smart, and I feel like, you know, I wish she was in more events. I loved her in the, wow, what was that event called? The Bottle Land event, when she was, like, almost puking after the roller coaster. She's just, I like Kokomi. I hope she's in more events. Shinobu, I was always a Shinobu stan once I saw her design, okay? I didn't care if she was gonna be bad or not. I still built her. And you know what? I'm one of the winners because she is amazing right now in Dendro. And yeah, I love her character. I love how she's, like, you know, badass, has, like, so many certifications, more than I'll ever have in my entire life. And, you know, I want to put her in pretty neat, but I think I'm going to put her in case of emergency, just because, like, she is so used to cleaning up Ito's bullshit that, like, she could probably get us out of any situation. Layla, okay, Layla is probably, like, me, part of me. I love sleeping, you know? I mean, I know she doesn't sleep, but she sleeps at the same time. I really need to do her hangout because she seems like a very interesting character. I have leveled her up to play her with my Nouvelette team. And I want more Layla content. We need more Layla content. I'm gonna put her in pretty neat. Lynette, I really like Lynette's design. I haven't played her much, so I can't really say anything on that front. I did enjoy her in the story quest, even though she was kind of just like a background character. I think she's pretty neat, you know? And Lenny, oh my god. I love Lenny. Like, I didn't think I would, just because when I look at a character like him, he's not usually, like, I guess a character I'm interested in, but he won me over. Like, he's pretty cool. He's pretty neat, too. And I look forward to seeing what the rest of the Archon quest is going to hold for him, because, you know, obviously he was giving out those magic pockets or whatever they were, and I feel like, yeah, it's just going to be interesting. Lisa, everyone's favorite mommy librarian. I enjoy Lisa's character, though I don't know, I don't really like the whole her calling me cutie thing. I think that's kind of cringe, honestly. I do like how she doesn't do her job, though, because I'd probably do the same if I was just in a library all day. I don't know where I would put her, though, because I don't know. I don't know. She's hot, but I wouldn't put her in head empty, because her head is definitely not empty. You know, I guess I'd just put her in just in case of emergency, you know? Like, I'm sure she's got some weird connections that she can get us out of anything. Mika's just there for me. Like, nothing against Mika, but he hasn't really had much time to, do anything. Like, I know he was in the poetry event, and I did like his interactions with people and stuff, but, it's the same thing with Chanyun. He just hasn't been in that much stuff, and I haven't done his hangout if he has a hangout. I don't even know if he does have a hangout. Yeah. So that's just kind of where I stand with him. I do think he's kind of, like, adorable, though. He reminds me of a chocobo. Like, his hair. So that's kind of cool. Mona. Okay. Broke astrology girl. Like, I can relate so much. Like, I love Mona. I think she's funny, but I'm also just gonna put her in... part of me wants to put her in S for Slay, but... You know what? She's gonna go in S for Slay. She was, like, my first 5-star. She... Yeah, I lost Ayaka to her, and at first I was kind of sad, but then I was starting to use Mona, and I love her voice lines, I love her character. She makes me do, like, funny, silly, big numbers sometimes, so that's cool. I really like Mona, and her talent for refunding things back to me is cool, because the people who double never double anything for me, so I appreciate that. Nahida. There's no question she's going in for S for Slay. Nahida's just like the most wholesome, adorable little bean. I love her so much, even though she made me lose all 3 of her times I pulled for her. I spent so much money on her, but it's okay because of Nahida is amazing, and her story quest made me cry. Wait, her story quest? Yeah, probably everything about her made me cry, but, like, she's just so good. Must protect her. Yeah. I don't know how Furina's gonna top her in terms of story quest or, like, the Archon quest. I mean, I'm sure Furina's gonna have such a sad backstory too, but there's just something about Nahida. Everything about her is just amazing. Like, I can't say enough good things about Nahida. She's just so wholesome, and I honestly can't wait for another event that's gonna have her in it, because I want her to have more screen time. And that brings me to literally my new favorite character that, like, the moment I saw him, I was like, that's the one. Like, I love everything about his character, his design, his voice. Like, I play in the English. I can't say enough good things about him. I think, I really loved his character story. It made me cry, because everything makes me cry, but it was so wholesome, and, it was just cool to see more about his character. I can't wait for the Archon quest to see what happens, and I could go on all day about him, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go right to Nilou. I think, Nilou, I'm gonna put her in cinnamon rolls, because, like, she hasn't had too much, well, I say that, but she kind of has, but I don't know, just everything in it, she's so positive, and, like, she's just a cinnamon roll. She's just adorable, and I pulled for her, and I didn't get her, and I don't know if I will get her now, but, I like your design. I think it's cute. Ningguang should have been a 5-star, in my opinion. And I think she's really neat, but, she hasn't really been in too much. I would put her in, like, in case of emergency. She's like that rich best friend you have that will probably pay for everything if you ask. if you stay on their good side, you know? So I think in the case of an emergency, you know, I would probably go to Ningguang too. But yeah, I really wish she was a 5-star, because, you know, I don't even have her C6. I've wished on like a lot of banners she's on, but I just literally just cannot get the last 2 constellations I need for her. But yeah. Noelle, you know, I think Noelle could go on cinnamon rolls. I think she's pretty wholesome, and, you know, she just loves helping other people, which I think is very admirable. I didn't finish her hangout yet. I did some of it, and it is pretty wholesome, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I love her design. I love her character design. It's so cute. Like, if you're gonna be a maid knight, you know, like, that's what you should look like, I think. Chi-Chi, you know, I really like Chi-Chi. I think she's funny. I wish I liked playing her, you know, because, like, I wanted to like playing her, but that skill cooldown, oh Jesus. And then I just do not want to see her when I, you know, lose. I really don't. I would put her, you know, I'd put her in Haha Funny, just because, like, when you talk about Hu Tao or something, she gets so, like, she's so emotionless until you start talking about Hu Tao, and then she's like, I want to punch her in the face, and I love that little energy, you know what I mean? Razor. You know, I think Razor's kind of funny too, but for me, he's mostly just there. I did enjoy the event, you know, where we got to learn more about, like, his parents, kind of not really. I think that was pretty wholesome. But for me, Razor is just kind of there. Rosaria. Man, I love Rosaria. Like, I don't know too much about her, but anytime she's on my screen, I know it's gonna be good. Like, she's funny without even trying, kind of thing. But she's also pretty hot. So let's see, where are we gonna put her? I wouldn't call her a cover girl. And I wouldn't put her in hot but head empty, because her head is not empty. I guess I'll just put her in pretty neat, you know? Kujisara, you know, I don't know. Kujisara is, like, kind of okay. Like, I don't know. I guess for what her character's supposed to be, she does it well. So let's see. I guess maybe I would put her, I don't know, she is just kind of there for me. I have Raiden up, but I probably still never level her up. I even have her C6, but, well, sorry, not Raiden. Kujisara. I have Kujisara C6. If I had Raiden C6, I'd have negative monies. But yeah, Kujisara is kind of just there for me. Yeah, I don't know, I don't really have much to say about her other than that. Someone who's also just there for me is Sayu. Like, I think, yeah, I don't know, she's just kind of there. I'll never level her up or play her. I think her design is okay, you know. Yeah, I don't know, she's just kind of there for me. Charlotte, you know, Charlotte is, she's very interesting. She's different. She's kind of in your face, and I kind of like that. I don't know really what to say about her too much. I do think in case of an emergency, she'd be pretty good, because she'd know all the tea. You know, maybe if I was in a pinch and I needed to know something about somebody, like, I would be like, hey girl, can you go, like, Facebook stalk this person and tell me, like, where they were born? She would probably know instantly. So, I don't know. Until she, comes out, that's all I can really say about her. Shenhe, man, Shenhe's an easy breezy, beautiful cover girl, okay? She's beautiful, she's funny, without even trying. She would murder people for us. Just saying. Yeah, I don't know. I really enjoyed her character story too. Like her character story, not character story. It was totally her character story. And I can't wait for more events with her. I really liked the last, the lunar event. I liked how she was there and, you know, she wanted to light lanterns and stuff, and it was cute, and, she wanted to save us from drowning. I don't know. I can't wait for more Shenhe content, is what I'm saying. Okay, Raiden. I'm gonna get hate for this one, and I know it. Please tell me how much you hate this. But, I'm gonna put her in hot but head empty, because, I think she suffers from the hot waifu, syndrome, where she's, like, one of the hottest characters in the game, and even though she's an Archon, her character story was us basically taking her on a date. Like, no hate for people that, you know, really enjoyed it, but for me, I was like, I really wanted to learn more about her, like, in a different way, you know, like, I don't know. It wasn't for me, but, you know, I enjoy playing her sometimes, you know. I only have, like, C0 Raiden, which, yeah, I know, like, constellations, or, I don't know. Raiden is Raiden. I wish there was more about her, like, lore-wise in her character stories, but, I mean, they were kind of cool. I just, you know, obviously taking her on a date wasn't made for me, but, yeah, anyway. Sucrose. You know, Sucrose is a cinnamon roll, you know? I'll put her next to her bestie. There we go. I really enjoyed that event with Kale and Sucrose. I think it was so cute, you know, both anxious girls making friends with each other, like, trying not to offend each other because they think, like, if they say something a little bit wrong that the other one's gonna hate them forever. I can relate. It was so cute. Like, I can't wait for more Sucrose and Kale times. And before I got Kazuha, Sucrose was a, you know, part of my team. I enjoy playing her too. Like, if you don't have Kazuha or Venti, you know, she's a really good substitute for that. And I liked reading her, like, her, what are they called? Like, story chapters that you unlock. Like, her going up to Diona and, like, trying to steal her, like, hair for, like, experiments to see if they're related or not. Like, I think that's funny. But, yeah. Child. Okay. You know, at first I wasn't a believer in Child, but now I'm a believer in Child. He's gonna be very interesting in the next Archon quest, I imagine. I think he's just silly though, and funny, and just, I love how he's down to fight just anyone, anytime, anywhere. You know, I will put him, yeah, I'll put him in hot but head empty, because, like, you know, he's just down to fight. Like, you know, he's just down to fight. That's all I gotta say. Toma, you know, I think I'll put Toma in You Tried, just because, like, I don't have any strong dislikes for Toma, but I wish he was fun to play, you know? Like, when I met Toma in the story, you know, I thought for sure he was gonna be, like, one of my favorites, you know, and, like, I was gonna use him in all my teams, because he's just, like, I really liked his character and his dialogue, and then you try playing him, and it's just, to me, it's just awful. Like, no hate against Toma mains or anything, but I don't know. it just was not what I was expecting. Tainari, I really enjoy Tainari. I love his sassy attitude and just like, you know, looking after people even though they kind of annoy him. He's fun to play in my opinion. It's unfortunate but good at the same time that he's a standard character. I think he's a good standard character. And, you know, if I lose 50-50s when I see him, I'm actually pretty happy, so I would put him, you know, I'd put him, he's not a cover girl, you know, fuck it, I'm putting him in S for Slay, because, you know, I really enjoy playing him. I enjoy his character a lot, and anytime he's in an event, he always just has some good dialogue. Yeah, I'd put him there. Traveler, you know, I will say, I am so happy the Traveler is actually getting more voiced lines, because if they didn't, then I would just kind of like put them in You Tried. But I see that they are adding more voice lines for them in like quests and stuff, so I would put them in, I'd put them in Cinnamon Roll, you know. For now we're a Cinnamon Roll. We haven't really like done anything to make us pretty neat. I mean, I say that as like, I mean, we've saved nations and stuff, but I don't know, you know, like I'm hoping like as the game progresses we get way more voiced lines and quests. Like I know there's the voice lines that we unlock every like patch or region or whatever, but I want more of the Traveler speaking and not Paimon, you know, like not anything against Paimon, but there's some times when we could have said stuff, you know, and I really hope they give Lumine and Aether those opportunities. Venti, oh my god, what did I just do? Okay, hang on a minute. I gotta fix this. Okay, my bad. I got a new mouse and I just like hit the back button or whatever. Still getting used to that. So okay, where were we? Venti. Okay. I think Venti is so silly, and any event or any like quest he's in is just, you know, it's pretty great. He can be serious when he needs to, which I appreciate too. But yeah, he's just a silly drunk little bard, you know, makes some good poetry and stuff. Like, I can't wait for, you know, his second character story whenever we get it. I know it'll be pretty good. I can relate to being allergic to cats. I'm allergic to like every animal ever. So I think Venti's pretty cool. He's not quite a cover girl, but I think he's pretty neat. Risley. You know, Risley is pretty cool. I did his character story quest the other day, and because I kept seeing it all over Twitter, like I had to do it so I didn't get spoiled, and I had to see why everyone was like, you know, that one moment in his story quest, man, I wish that was me. And you know, I can confirm that, like, yeah, I kind of wish that was me too. So I'm put him in S for Slay, because I mean, my man also has cake. Like, let's just say that, let's just get that out of the way. Most cake in the game, honestly. And his character design is really cool. His personality's like different than all the other characters, I think, you know, that like I really appreciate when not that some characters are like the same, but you know, just different personalities, you know, more rough and like, you know, just committing crimes and stuff, you know, that's kind of cool. So I can't wait for more content with him in it. I'm sure the next Archon quest is gonna have him in it, and it's gonna be really interesting. But yeah, I don't know, Risley's really cool. I mean, and Rio the Slay. I have to put him in S's for Slay. Duh. So, Shingling. Shingling's pretty cool. I think she's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. She just has, Guoba, a god, she won him over with, like, cornbread or something. I think that's pretty great. So I'd put her in cinnamon roll, it's food related, just like her. Xiao used to be my favorite character. He's still just there, just Nouvelette is just that much higher above him, just a little tiny bit. But Xiao, I really enjoy his character. I love the character development. I know he's gotten way more screen time than any other character, honestly, and way more reruns too. But I love the character progression, like his development, how he's like slowly progressing to be like more open to making friends and stuff. He's healing. My boy is healing, and I appreciate that. Yeah, and he's a lot of fun to play too. He's like different than a lot of characters, you go up, down, like what's more fun than doing that? So I'd put him in this for Slay, I really enjoy Xiao. I'm a Xiao enjoyer. Xingqiu, he's really good, to play him. He's really good for teams and stuff. I don't know. Like, for me, he's just kind of there. Like, I don't know. His design is kind of like meh for me. I think it's the boy shorts, honestly. I like his shirt and stuff, but it's just the boy shorts. I don't know. I feel like if he had pants or something, he'd look a little better. Yeah, for me, he's just kind of there. I don't know. Xinyan. I like Xinyan. She's kind of funny. I do enjoy any event she's in. I wish the Shi was a little better to play. But what can you do, That's really all I gotta say about her. Oh, well, I really like her rock aesthetic. Like, I think that's really neat. And I wish she was more fun to play from me personally, Because, yeah, I just love her aesthetic so much. Yelan. Okay, is there any question that we're gonna put her up here, okay? Everything about Yelan is perfect. Her demo, her kit, her aesthetic, her voice, like, her attitude. Man, she's just amazing. Like, she's so much fun to play. She's good for exploration. I think her story quest was pretty interesting. It could be better, in my opinion. But, it fits her character, because she's a character that likes to stay out of the spotlight, and, but yet she's, like, just so amazing to play. Like, she's so fun. Yeah, so, and I got Aqua for her finally after losing, like, 3 times, but, that's cool. Yoimiya, oh my gosh, Yoimiya, right? Cinnamon roll. She is a cinnamon roll. Love her. Absolutely most wholesome character. I think she's like one of the only characters without a tragic backstory. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But man, oh, and her story quest, like the second part, technically, right? With the R&Rs and shit. Like, oh my god, that one of the best cutscenes in the game, and it was just so wholesome and precious, and just I love me some Yoimiya. Okay, she's cute. I love her. Love her. Okay, Yunjin. Yunjin is one of those characters that she's a 4-star, and she's kind of just there. Like, I don't know, she's just kind of there for me. I'm sorry, I don't even use her. Like, I don't know. She's just kind of there. I think her design's pretty neat, but that's all I can really say about her. Zhang Li, Mr. Zhang Li. Where are we gonna put you, Mr. Zhongli? You know, I like having him in my teams because he also just kind of lets you not play the game a bit because you don't have to worry about taking damage. And I think it's kind of funny that, you know, he faked his own death and stuff, and that he's broke as hell, kinda. I mean, Ningguang probably pays for everything because he's like, haha, I'm your Archon, but not really. And I love that, like, I love his dynamic with Hu Tao. I think that is just so hilarious. Like, I don't know if Hu Tao knows or not, but, like she probably does, maybe. And just gives him so much shit, and I love it. I also like his dynamic with Venti. I think it's really funny, too. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where to put him, though. He's not a cover girl. But I don't know if I'd quite put him in S's for Slay. So, I gotta put Mr. Osmanthus Wine in pretty neat. I'll hate them. This guy. I love Alhaitham, but he apparently does not love me, and he does not want to be on my account. I have pulled for him on both his banners, and I have lost both times. I went to pity both times and lost. So it's like a love-hate relationship. You know, I think I really like his character. I love how he doesn't care. Like, he cares, but he doesn't care, you know? Like, he makes sure things are taken care of, but he makes sure that you don't know that he cares. And yeah, I just love his attitude, you know? I love more characters that just don't give you anything, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, and I just soundproof earpieces, you know? Soundproof earpieces. Gotta put him in S for Slay. Okay, Wanderer. You know, he's got a really cool hat. And I like his attitude too. I like how he doesn't, you know, give a shit. He's gonna give you shit. Yeah, I don't know. He does a really good job at what his attitude is. So I'm gonna put him in pretty neat. You know, playing him is really fun too. It makes you really feel just like, I don't know, like you can go kick some kids or something. Like, it's pretty cool. That's all I really gotta say about him, though, you know? Yao Yao. Okay. She is a cinnamon roll. I mean, from the moment we met her, she was like, yo, you need some snacks? Like, she was like the mom friend. You know, this little, like, cute, adorable little kid's just like, yo, you gotta stay hydrated and you gotta eat. You gotta stay good, fam. And I think she's so precious. I can't wait for her to be in more events and stuff. She'll probably be in the Lunar event again. And yeah, I think she's just so cute, you know, and she's got Yugui, like, just so adorable. Yeah. Okay, so this tier list didn't have Miko, Ayato, or Heizo, so I had to add them. Heizo is butter because if you know, you know. So let's see. Miko. I would put Miko. You know, I'd put Miko in S's for Slay. I love her attitude, her personality. I pulled for her, but I lost. So that's why she's also right next to Alhaitham, because these two, I love them, but they hate my account apparently. Her story quest was really good. It's in the top 5 for me. Like, I love that we got to write fan fiction, you know? That was pretty cool. Yeah, like, she's pretty funny. I just love her. Oh, and that one event with her in it with the, like, little Pokemon. Like, that was so funny. I was not expecting to see her in that event, so when she showed up, I couldn't take it. It was hilarious. Ayato, Mr. Boba Man. You know, I'm probably in the minority when I say this, but I really enjoyed his character story. I think it fit his character really well. And I do like playing him. I need to play him more, honestly, but, yeah, I think he's silly, you know. He's like an important businessman kind of, and he just does silly little things to upset his like servants and stuff. And yeah, I don't know. I think he's pretty cool. You know, I'll put him in pretty neat. Hazo. Hazo is so much fun to play, you know, like, he is so much fun to play. He feels so satisfying, and I like his voice lines, his character, you know, he's pretty good. So let's see, where would we put him though, you know? I would put him in Easy Breezy Beautiful Cover Girl. He's pretty beautiful. He's got those little beauty marks. Yeah, I think, you know, he's pretty neat. And you know, I didn't think he was gonna fit the sad boy animo thing, and then I read his character stories or whatever, the chapters, and I was like, oh, okay, no, there's a reason why he's animo, right? So yeah, I don't know. He's really fun to play, and I want to play him more. Punching things is a lot of fun and satisfying. So, all right, well, that's the tier list. Honestly thought I'd have more, and you tried, but apparently I just like the characters a lot. Yeah, I don't know. I hope this is everybody and I'm not forgetting something somehow. But, yeah, I mean, maybe I'll do an updated one once the rest of the 4.0 characters come out, like Clorind and, Navia. Dude, I love Navia. Taylor Swift. And Arlecchino and them. They're pretty neat. But yeah, I can't wait to see what the rest of 4.0 has, and, you know, let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think of the characters, or what do you guys think of my opinions on the characters? Good or bad, you know, I want to hear it. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.